morning, SKN. As you may have noticed, I'm missing a co-host. He's a bit under the weather today. Jamie, we wish you well, and we wish you a speedy recovery. I am Hortensia Carty. So it's Whiskemas Wednesdays. Where's Whiskemas? I have no Whiskemas today. Oh my gosh. Well, we do, however, have a packed show for you today. We continue on the road. Speaking about breast cancer, as we know it is breast cancer month. So ladies, we encourage you to feel up the tatas. Ensure that if you feel something, you go and visit your doctor. You attend the free screenings that are happening. There is one happening, it was yesterday, okay. So that one would have happened and the other happened on the 8th. I'm not aware of any more, but listen out and ensure that you look out and take care of yourselves. We continue today also with Sports Corner. We also continue on the road speaking about mental health. Yes, we continue to speak about mental health today. And of course, it's Wednesday. What would Wednesday be without Black Legends Wednesday? So you shall stay tuned to find out who that Black legend is. However, we will start the morning off with our local news. Our first story comes from Win Media SKN. Residential customers on Nevis received an ease on the amount they had to pay for energy consumption for the month of September. The Nevis Electricity Company, Nevlec, says two factors contributed to the reduction in electricity charges: the removal of the fuel surcharge and the number of days in the billing period. At the end of August 2022, the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, announced a decision to eliminate the fuel surcharge, starting with residential customers only. The fuel surcharge, which was EC 65 cents per kilowatt hour in the month of August, was not included in the bills for domestic consumers in the month of September. As it relates to the billing period, there was an average of 35 billing days in August and 28 billing days in September. The energy consumption was significantly less in September than August, which led to the reduction in the bills to consumers. However, in the month of October, consumers should expect an increase on their electricity bills. So folks, a little bit of increase. I don't know why, but you can query with the Department of Electricity. Nevis Agriculture Department commemorates World Food Day 2022 with a wide range of activities in a world where the COVID-19 pandemic, conflict, climate change, inequality, and inflation are posing significant challenges to the access and availability of food. The United Nations is urging on the global community to unite in building a sustainable world where everyone has access to an adequate amount of food. As a result, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Nevis, Mr. Huey Sargent, said the island of Nevis will be doing its part, no matter the circumstances, to continue to produce, plant, harvest, and fish so that the people of Nevis can have access to food. Permanent Secretary Sargent said, and I quote, "In agriculture, we want to put structure in place to ensure that we can feed ourselves or do as much as possible to feed ourselves." So that is essentially what we are doing for World Food Day, or what is being done internationally for World Food Day. End quote. This year, the Nevis Agriculture Department is hosting a week of activities from October the 10th to 16th. So Nevisians and Kittitians alike go out and support young students to receive awards as St. Kitts in Nevis celebrates International Day of the Girl Child. The Department of Gender Affairs will recognize 18 girls from the public primary schools across St. Kitts as the Twin Island Federation commemorates the International Day of the Girl Child. The international observance is celebrated annually on October 11th. However, the government department is using the period October 10th to 17, 2022 to recognize local students. The first presentation was made on Monday, October the 10th, 2022 at the Newton Ground Primary School. 10-year-old Faith Francis was selected by her school as a girl who exhibits respect, compassion, discipline, kindness, and exemplary attitude and positive behavior. Her involvement in extracurricular activities also factored into her selection. Ms. Francis is the Public Relations Officer of the school's Student Council. In presenting the award to the fifth grade student, Gender Officer Cassandra Bedford said, unquote, "We would like to encourage young girls, and this young girl in particular, to continue being excellent and striving towards her goals," end quote. We will end this segment with the weather forecast. It is partly cloudy today with a 60% or a moderate chance of showers. There is a high of 90 and a low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. It is now 82 degrees Fahrenheit. We do always recommend that you take a look at your local weather. So much more. You have to stay tuned. Come on, you got to stick with me today. It's me and you today, GMSKN Nation. See you on the other side of this short break.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We now continue with the latest in regional news, this from Loop, Caribbean. 2 men from Guyana have been arrested in relation to the discovery of cocaine hidden within bowls containing curry. On Friday, Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit, CANU, officers intercepted a male passenger at the Cheddi Jagan International Airport who was about to travel on a JetBlue Airways flight destined for JFK. A search of the passenger's suitcase was conducted in his presence, which resulted in the discovery of a white substance suspected to be cocaine concealed in 2 bowls with curry. A 36-year-old man of Parika Bakdam was arrested and escorted to Kano headquarters with the suspected narcotics, which was subsequently tested and confirmed to be cocaine, weighing a total of 6.28 kilograms with a street value of approximately US $31,000. Further investigations led to the arrest of a 43-year-old man. Investigations are ongoing. On the international scene, this from the ABC News, King Charles III will be crowned at Westminster Abbey on May 6th in a ceremony that will embrace the past but look to the modern world after the 70-year reign of the late Queen Elizabeth II. Tuesday's announcement from Buckingham Palace comes amid speculation that the coronation will be shorter and less extravagant than the 3-hour ceremony that installed Elizabeth in 1953. In keeping with Charles' plans for a slimmed-down monarchy, while the palace provided few details, British media reported that the guest list would be pared to 2,000 from 8,000. Charles will be crowned in a solemn religious ceremony conducted by Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the palace said in a statement. Camilla, the Queen Consort, will be crowned alongside her husband. The palace said, and quote, "The coronation will reflect the monarch's role today and look towards the future, while being rooted in long-standing traditions and pageantry." Well, there we have it for the latest in regional and international news. As I said before, so much more. Up next, Black Legends Wednesdays. Stay tuned. See you on the other side of this.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Representation matters, and I hope we all remember this after we would have gone through this Black Legend segment today. This leads us to create this segment dubbed Black Legend Wednesday, where we learn along with you, yes, GMSKN Nation. As I said before, it's just me and you, so today we're going to learn much more about the legendary figure within the Black community. Today is Barack Obama. Who doesn't love Obama? The 44th President of the United States, who served from 2009 to 2017. His time in office significantly shifted the mindset of many Black boys and girls. He demonstrated with impeccable grace that our race is not a limitation. We can achieve anything that we set our minds on. Can you recall when President Barack Obama was elected? I sure can. I remember it like it was yesterday. Prior to him being elected, though, I remember every media outlet in the U.S. down to 106 in Park, they were promoting having a Black president. The Caribbean was excited about it because everything that happens in the U.S. trickles down here. Having a Black president made me feel like we can do it. We can do it. As he said, our skin color is not our limitation, and anything we put our mind to as Black people, we can accomplish. We survived slavery. We survived almost anything that is thrown to us. We survived Black Matters, although we lost a few lives, but anything that is placed in our paths, as a Black race, we are resilient and we normally push through. So let's learn more about Barack Obama. So Barack Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on August 4th, 1961. He is the only president born outside the contiguous 48 states. He was born to an American mother, and a Kenyan father. So he is of mixed descent. So he has an American mom and a Kenyan father. And I remember when they were trying to say that Mr. Obama wasn't American. And at the end of the day, Hawaii is a state of America, and his mom is American. And they always say, it's where your mom from, that's where you are from. So full-fledged American, but it was still a fight to say that he wasn't American. But he persevered, and he survived 2 whole terms in the White House. So if you haven't learned anything else from Barack Obama, you can learn that perseverance is the key, especially when you are Black. His education: at 6, Obama and his mother moved to Indonesia to join his stepfather. From age 6 to 10, he attended the local Indonesian language school, St. Francis of Asai Catholic Elementary School, for 2 years, and the State School of Meteng for 1.5 years. As a result of this, he was able to speak Indonesian fluently as a child. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, he looks like his first daughter there. Or she looks like her dad. Yes, I should say it that way. In 1988, he enrolled in Harvard Law School, where he was the first Black president of the Harvard Law Review. After graduating, he became a civil rights attorney and an academic teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School from 1992 to 2004. I think that's where he eventually met his wife, Michelle Obama. So he was the first Black president. He was just a lot of firsts of the Harvard Law School, and then he was the first Black president of the US. Wow, a lot of firsts. His career: after graduating, he became a civil rights attorney and an academic, teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School from 1992 to 2004. Barack Suave Obama. Can we give him that middle name now? What do you think, GMSKN Nation? Barack, we continue along his career path. Barack joined Davis Minor, Barnhill, and Gallen, a 13 attorney law firm specializing in civil rights litigation and neighborhood economic development, where he was an associate for 3 years from 1993 to 1996, then of counsel from 1996 to 2004. So Barack stayed on the path of civil rights. He continued to be a teacher. I guess Barack knew what he wanted to be, so he ensured that he steered the course as clear as he could until he became the 44th and the first black president for the United States of America. So for those of you watching, you can let us here at GMSK Nation know, how are you feeling during the time when he was being, when it was time for him to be elected, when he was campaigning? How did you think America having a black president would affect us here in the Caribbean? Because we know once something happens in the North, it trickles down here in the Caribbean. So let us know in the comments. Tell us, how did you feel? From 1994 to 2002, Obama served on the board of directors of the Woods Fund of Chicago, which in 1985 had been the first foundation to fund the Developing Communities Project, and the Joyce Foundation. Quite an influential man. Quite an influential man on his road to presidency. Barack served on the board of directors of the Chicago Annenberg Challenge from 1995 to 2002. As founding president and chairman of the board of directors from 1995 to 1999, Obama's law license became inactive in 2007. And I think that was the year prior to him becoming elected by the Democrat Party to run for president in 2008, because he beat out Hillary Clinton in the primaries to become the sole person who will go up against Mr. John McCain, may his soul continue to rest in peace, to become the 44th president of the United States of America. So candidacy. Obama formally announced his candidacy in January 2003 and was sworn in as senator on January 3rd, 2005, becoming the only Senate member of the Congressional Black Caucus. He introduced 2 initiatives that bore his name, Lugar Obama, or Lugar Obama. Oh, look at his daughter. The one that he looked like in his younger years. We continue along the line of his candidacy. On February the 10th, 2007, Obama announced, yes, as I said, his candidacy for president of the United States in front of the old state capitol building. The choice of the announcement site was viewed as symbolic because it was also where Abraham Lincoln delivered his historic House dividend, his historic House divided speech in 1858. Why am I thinking dividends? Money's on the mind? I don't know. The inauguration of Barack as the 44th president took place on January the 20th, 2009. In his first few days in office, Obama issued executive orders and a presidential memoranda directing the U.S. military to develop plans to withdraw troops from Iraq. In addition, Obama reduced the secrecy given to presidential records. In June 1989, Obama met Michelle Obama when he was employed as a summer associate at the Chicago law firm. Michelle was assigned for 3 months as Obama's advisor at the firm, and she joined him at several group social functions, but declined his initial request to date. However, they began dating later that summer, became engaged in 1991, and were married on October the 3rd, 1992. No, and they still do after so many years. I think it's 30 something they celebrated an anniversary just recently. This is what you call growing old together. The couple's first daughter, Malia Ann, was born in 1998, followed by the second daughter, Natasha Sasha, in 2001. The Obamas had 2 Portuguese water dogs, the first named Bo, who was a gift from Senator Ted Kennedy. The other was named Sonny, who joined the family on 2013. But I like how these dogs were part of the family. I watched them on the White House lawn with the dogs, and the dogs were really a part of the family. I can't say the dogs loved the Obamas, but I think they actually did, yeah. And enjoyed their time being, how do we say it, royal dogs? Or dogs of the White House. So where is President Obama now? Since leaving office, Obama has remained active in Democratic politics, including campaigning for candidates in the 2018 midterm elections, appearing at the 2020 Democratic National Convention, and campaigning for Biden during the 2020 presidential elections. Well, I hope you learned as much as I learned about our Black legend today. That's President Barack Obama, the 44th president, and one of the most memorable, and one that I think will always be remembered, and one of the most significant of the lot. So we should be proud to be Black, keep pushing as a Black persons, and remember, Wednesdays here at Good Morning SKN is Black Legend Wednesday. See you next Wednesday for the other one. And no, we're not leaving us yet. We do advise that you stay tuned. Remember, we've got much more after this.
So you mentioned something about a lump.
Babe, I just felt something on the left side of your breast. Tell me if you feel it.
Do you do your self-breast examinations monthly?
No, I don't.
Well, women are supposed to examine their breasts once monthly. Let me show you how. When at home, you can check while standing in the shower or while lying down. Simply place a pillow under your right shoulder and your right arm behind your head. Using your left hand, move the pads of your fingers around your right breast, gently covering the entire breast area and armpit. Use light, medium, and firm pressure. Squeeze the nipple and check for discharge and lumps. I did find a lump in the upper left breast. I am not sure what this means. Therefore, I need to refer you to the DMO, or you can see your private physician. The doctor is going to examine you and recommend an ultrasound or a mammogram. Listen, not every lump is cancer. 80 to 85% of the time, the lumps found are benign. That means they are non-cancerous. Lumps in the female breast or armpit can be non-cancerous tissue growth or fluid buildup, or a number of things that can present themselves at various times. But sometimes it's a sign of cancer. That is why I am referring you to see the doctor.
Okay, nurse. Thanks for your help.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
As we move along this morning, we are now joined via Zoom by Aldane Claxton and Macmillan Cuffey of the Nevis Mental Health Unit to continue our conversation on World Mental Health Day, which was celebrated on Monday. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to Good Morning SKN. It's our pleasure indeed having you. Thank you for coming and speaking with us this morning. So I'm going to ask each of you, I'm going to start with Mr. Claxton, what is the role of the mental health unit on Nevis?
All right, so our role is, I guess, very simple and somewhat complex in the sense that we do a lot of things related to mental health, raising awareness, and reaching out to the public. And that sort of, we run a community-based program, and that involves reaching out to individuals in our community with mental health challenges, working with other individuals or other entities within the community to provide the services that our clients. And in the mental health unit, we provide psychiatric and therapeutic services to our clients and community of youth.
Okay. So, Mr. Coffey, what is your role in the department? And likewise, Mr. Claxton, you can answer thereafter.
So I'm a counselor. I'm a counselor at the unit. Counselor. Right now, I'm overseeing the operations of the office.
Okay.
And the same here as well. I'm a social worker by trade, and I'm counselor by title and role in the unit. And so both of us we provide therapeutic therapy, psychotherapy within our.
So why was it important for you gentlemen to choose a career path in the mental health field?
I think I've been in that for much longer than this. So even back then, I started to, I'm from the we had to think about that. A lot of young guys, young people who come from the streets. We felt like there was going to be some need to address the substance use issue. All of my motivations for going to psychology, I always found that psychology was very intriguing. Very intriguing. So, psychology was enough.
For me, mine is it's somewhat related, but a bit more altruistic and more personal in the sense that I was raised by someone, my mother, who took care of everyone in the community. And she influenced me in so many ways to want to take care of people and wanting to be in spaces where I could help someone get to the lowest part in their life, to some place where they feel that they are productive and functional. And going into social and helping professionals.
Lovely. So who can access these services?
Everybody. All services are open to the public. It's free to paid by the government. So everybody and anybody. And the referrals come from different sources. Schools, come from family members, come from citizens, from agencies, social services. Anybody and everybody can
Okay. Mr. Claxton, tell us a bit about the renovated mental health facilities. Will it replace the mental health unit located in the Alexandra Hospital?
So yes. So I just moved back to the island about 7 months ago, and so when I came back, we were stationed at the hospital, upstairs the pharmacy at hospital, in a very sort of tight, small space, and it's been there for years. People have known that the mental health unit was stationed there for years, and so in order for us to make our services more, what should I say, more accessible and more visible, we wanted to get into a space where it's more welcoming and more focused on providing the services and the care that our clients need. And so we were able to move into a space in Prospect. It was designated or granted to us for some time, but that space was used as a senior citizens home, community center, and during the height of COVID pandemic, it was used as a isolation unit. And so after that, just a few months ago, we were able to move into the facility, and we've done a lot of work related to upgrading it and making it welcoming for our clients.
So what has been the reaction of the guests that you would have been having there once they see the new and upgraded facility?
Really excited, the place is really nice. I love it. I think it's a testimony of the government, in priority in making the facility more efficient care. It's really comfortable. We're actually really comfortable. Nice sitting accommodation. Even the painting, we did some work on the painting to make it a softer, therapeutic touch.
Yes.
To create that atmosphere that when you come in, you feel that a therapy
yes.
kind of atmosphere. And I think we've tried, given our small budget, to do as we can. And I'm happy. The patients are happy. Mental health no one is into too many. Persons who want to come to work.
Yes.
Before you hardly get anybody to want to work at mental health. No, everybody wants to come to work at mental health.
That's good. That is a good result of what would have happened. Well, gentlemen, we'll continue this engaging conversation after we take a short break. GMSKN Nation, stay tuned.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans such as lentils and kidney beans contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
And we're back with Olden Claxton and Macmillan Coffey of the Nevis Mental Health Unit. So, gentlemen, we know that exercise is good for the mental health. As we know, it releases good endorphins, etc., gives you a glow. You take in some fresh air, and I see that you have an upcoming walk as part of your mental health activities on Nevis. Can you tell our viewers the date and the time?
Right. So the walk is, well, we titled it "Let's Get Physical," and it's on Saturday the 15th, and it's from 5:30 a.m. at the Macklin Gishard Park. So we'll start from the park, and we'll go onto Pinnet Road, then up to the bypass, and down Pump Road, across the roundabout, and that cemetery, and through town. And we'll make our way back on the Pinner's Road back to the Malcolm Gishard Park.
Why did you choose this particular route?
There's no real reason. We needed a route. We figured that we were looking at, we wanted something that was not too short, but something that was not too long, but something that would, and so we chose that route.
And it's very centralized as well, so area. So hopefully we'll pick up some people on the way.
And that's what I was wondering, if it is because of how it's populated and, you can make more persons aware when they see you. When persons hear sounds, they normally come outside and look outside and see what's going on. So you maybe can stop at various places and educate them. And as you say, get them to join you on your way back to the park. So when you get back, I didn't hear you, Mr. Coffey?
I'm saying more likely we hope they join us. We want them to walk.
Oh. All about the exercise.
Yeah.
So when you return to the Malcolm Gishard Park, what will happen then?
So hopefully we'll have a warm up before, a warm down after. We have some food, diet, exercise, go hand in hand. So we were very specific about what the refreshments we were going to give. So we do a small food cup. I don't call it food bowl, it's called food cup. We will run down.
Okay.
The critics of the activities.
So would persons have to register, and is there a fee for the walk?
No, it's free, it's open. You don't have, just show up. Wear something green.
Wear something green. Okay. Got you. What other than, we know physical exercise works for mental health, what other exercises can be done to ensure that our mind is in great mental shape?
So we have relaxation techniques that we encourage a lot, and we practice more patience, anxiety, stress, even depression. There are some nice relaxing techniques that we can use, breathing exercises, also meditation. Some people into yoga, all that. It's all about mindfulness,
Yes.
But really being in sync with yourself, which are thought processes.
Mm-hmm.
I did very nicely what we do, cognitive therapy, challenging the negative conditions, and
Yes.
what we do is such a thought process. So your negative thought process is going to manifest in your behavior, emotion. So how do we get all that in sync? Your mind, your emotion, your behavior. That's what we talk about.
A holistic approach, essentially.
An holistic approach. Well, when we were younger, we normally refer to persons that had issues as crazy. Do you think that the mental health awareness education is being absorbed and we are treating persons with mental disorders differently? Do you see that happening in Nevis?
I think we've made some progress. I think there's still a lot more work to be done. But this year, this week, have given us some encouragement and some insight into how much we have done so far in reaching people within our community. We had a few activities recently. So on Sunday we had our church service where some people from the community came to support mental health. We had and a walkthrough of our facility where the premier was there and other government officials, as well as an award ceremony where we felt it necessary to recognize some of the individuals within the community who have contributed greatly to development and to the service of people living with mental health conditions. And later on Monday, we had a kind of social and recreation day where it was open to the public and we had a little bit of clients and people from the public coming and supporting and playing games. On Tuesday, yesterday, we had a mocktail, and it was our first mocktail. I like to say, I like to call it my brainchild, because the whole rationale behind it was to just raise awareness about alcohol and substance abuse. And when it comes to alcohol, in our community, we are party going community society, and so there's been some issues recently, some deaths and some other accidents recently associated with alcohol. And we just want to use awareness about that and that anyone can enjoy themselves without going to alcohol or consuming alcohol, and there are alternatives. And it was incredible to see the turnout, but also the participation of the local bars who wanted to be a part of this process. And I keep referring to this as one of our aims for the mental health campaign is to build allyship within our community. And it's very incredibly heartening to see how many people turned out to support mental health and help with awareness for the entire week. And moving forward, we have some other activities which I'm sure we could tell you about.
That's very good. That's very good. I know you mentioned the government helping with the new establishment for the mental health. How else has the government been supporting mental health awareness on Nevis?
The government is instrumental. I mean, the NIA, Mental Administration, through Ministry of Health and General Affairs, really to open up. As I would say earlier on, just the commitment to the recognition that our space response of the environment is testimony to what it's mental health. And, not just that, did not just provide a facility. They actually really went out and equipped the place with competent clinicians to make use of patient care. Going into our area, we can do the shelf, we can do the appropriate furniture to meet the need of the service that you're providing. And I know a lot of money was spent to get the building to comfortable and conducive environment for patient care. And apart from the furniture, there was a lot of work that had to be done on building the surroundings to make it safe and secure for both sides. So I think that's testimony to the government's to mental health. We are partnering with the power of nation. A lot of exciting things to come. Once this week is over, we will start to put the program into future planning. There's so much we need to do. You asked a very important question now, and you're getting the message out there. Okay. There's so much work to be done in terms of the stigma and the discrimination and the prejudice against persons with mental illness. This is going to be tried to try to do a lot of psycho-education. We must start from the primary schools, secondary schools, and social settings. When you see professionals say they don't like dealing with this kind of people, that statement alone is so prejudicial and so discriminatory. We want to stamp that out. Personally, I'm passionate about it, and I definitely want to push that agenda so that we do so.
Yes, indeed. Okay, gentlemen, I wish we had more time to continue our conversation, but unfortunately we're out of time for today. But Mr. Claxton, before we go, can you remind everyone of the walk, the time, and the date, and the route, and invite them to come out as well?
Yes. So yeah, I'm inviting the general public, both St. Kitts and Nevis.
Indeed.
And it's at the Malcolm Bishop Park. So just step off the boat and jump on a bus. Buses will be running at 5 o'clock in the morning. So you could come. And it's at the Malcolm Bishop Park from 5:30 a.m. We're going to start from there onto the Pinnis Road, up the bypass, down Pump Road, around the roundabout by Bath Cemetery, through Charlestown, Central Charlestown, and then on Samuel Hopkins Drive, Pinnis Beach Road, and then back to the Malcolm Bishop Park.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. It's been, you were saying something else?
Yeah, and that's on Saturday the 15th, this coming Saturday.
Okay. So thank you, gentlemen, once again. It was indeed our pleasure speaking with you. I hope this is one of many conversations that will ensue.
Hope so. Looking forward.
Indeed. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. GMSKN Nation, stay tuned. Much more after this.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? Seven hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
Four savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Yes, and it is Hump Day, aka Whiskermas Wednesdays. Although he's missing, as Jamie would normally say, maybe he went to Dubai for a little break. You know, he needed some sand and some sun, I guess. Yeah, guess we don't have enough for him here. But today on Hump Day, Whiskermas Wednesday, it is all about having fun. Although I seemingly missed my co-host, so I have to have fun with you, GMSK Nation. Come on, we have to have fun together today. So today, we will be attempting, me and you, yes, we'll be attempting to solve brain teasers. So, GMSK Nation, are you ready to, should I say rumble? Rumble! Let's begin. Find the correct shadow. Oh my gosh, find the correct shadow. The correct shadow. Oh, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna say, okay. I will say, I want to say A. I think it's A. It looks like C, but I think it's A. It's C. I just said C, you know. It looks like C, but GMSK Nation, you have to let us know in the comments if you got that one correct. I should have gone with my first instinct. Do you have that problem where you don't follow your instinct and you just think or say the next best thing? This is why I never liked multiple choice in school, because you think you have the answer and then you read again and then you see something different and you be like, oh, this might be the answer. And then when the teacher gives you back, you had the right answer all along. So my advice on that, go with your gut feeling. So let us continue. What comes next? 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Hint, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1. Oh my gosh. Wait, 2. Can I say 7? Or should I say 8? Ooh. I'm gonna say 7, although I'm not quite sure. The answer is R, as the teaser refers to the... GMSK Nation, did you get that one, or were you hoodwinked like me? This is really a brain teaser. Wow. Just wow, just wow. So shall I have the next one to untease my brain? Which balls should you put in the hole in order to get 30? Oh my gosh. 7. Wow. No. No. I can't even laugh at myself. I'm going to say 4, 11, and 15. But then it's a brain teaser. Maybe that 4, 11, and 15. She can count. She can count. GMSK Nation, did you get that one? Wasn't that hard? I'm just looking at it thinking pool balls, pool balls. Studio, did you have confidence I would have gotten that one? You should see, I got all thumbs up. All thumbs up. Identify the word in the missing space. Gray, blue, black, brown, green, yellow, orange, scarlet, white, red, red. Okay, I'm sticking with red. My blood run red, so I'm going to stick with red. Oh, so the answer needs to be a color with 3 letters in its name, example, red or tan. So, yeah. So that brain teaser was a tease, but I still got it. GMSK Nation, remember, you have to let us know in the comments how you are doing. Which one is the top view of this pyramid? What? Okay, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go with, wait, blue, green, blue, green, blue, red. I'm going to go with C. Yay! Would you believe how I did that? My cartoony mind looked at the colors that were next to each other, so I look at red and blue, and then I look there to see where the red and blue is and where the green and the purple hooked up. So I'm teasing it. It's not teasing my brain. But it is teasing my brain because it's making me think. Tell me what. Let me know, or let us know at Good Morning SKN what this brain teaser is doing to your brain. Are we ready for the next one? Who is his wife? This is hard. It can be 3 if he's from Nigeria, and then he can have more than 1 wife. But I can't tell who is his wife because he's just as confused. Or maybe they're sister wives. How about that? So he can have some sister wives too. But I cannot. Okay. Who is his wife? I'm going to say, I want to say C because she's waiting for him with open arms. B looks like, no, that's not my husband. And A look like, it's not happening. I'm going to go with C again. She has, what? I didn't see that. She needs a bigger ring. If I was her, I would complain because I couldn't see that. No, she needs a bigger ring. Do you see why I missed it? I couldn't see her ring. It's invisible. Wow. Husband, you need an upgrade. Which one is the top view of the tower? Huh? No, no. No, no. This cannot be it. Oh my word. I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna go with B. And my voice wants to go too. I think I'm sticking with B. D. How so? I thought so, but then I said no. Outer, smaller. Why D though? My logic for this, I was trying to put all the colors together in one. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Woe is me, I couldn't see that. But I was trying to think about circling it all in one. GMSCAN Nation, I hope you got that one. If the dice is rolled on the shown path, what will be the number at the top? 6. It's got to be 6. It couldn't be 5. It couldn't be 3. It's got to be 6. It's got to be 6. I'm sticking with 6. Didn't I just say it couldn't be 5, but it is 5? But if it goes over 1, that's 6. Go up that way, 6. Come 3. All right, 5. Alrighty, I should have stuck. Did you see what I said about instinct? I should have stuck with my instinct. So folks, on Whiskermas Wednesday, stick with your instinct. Go with the first answer. Do not be bamboozled by the options, especially in multiple choice. So this is for students as well. And stay tuned. We have so much more after this.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band, and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We continue with Sports Corner. This is the segment where we keep you up to date on all things sports here in the Federation. My voice wants to go now. Today's sport of focus is basketball, specifically the recently concluded national basketball competition, which the Rams hitters won for the 20th time since 1980. Glenn Phillip, coach, and Tyrone Hutchison, captain, are joining us here on Good Morning SKN to tell us about their recent victory. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Good Morning SKN. Welcome back, Tyrone.
Good morning.
Stand up in the back.
Indeed, our pleasure. I want to know, is it 20 times in a row, or this is just your 20th win?
It's our 20th win.
No,
20 wins would be quite a feat, which we will encourage, but it's 20 since the inception of the league.
So with the 20th win, who bought the drinks for the guys, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Well, I pitch in some, but the organization also supplied.
Okay. See, I was hinting to the captain since the 20th win, it would have been the captain turn to bite, you don't think?
In planning mode right now.
Okay. So has this win fully registered in the minds of you gentlemen and the rest of the team?
I mean, 20 is a lot to register at once, but of course, we enjoy the 20th title so far. We're still trying to celebrate throughout the year, trying to plan about like 20 things to do.
Oh, nice. That's it.
So keep it kind of, ritual and cultural for our community and our organization, because it's a big organization since 1970. Long time ago.
1980. About 79.
Come on, Tyrone. Come on,
About 79, even before I started playing basketball.
Oh, so 1979, you said?
1979.
Okay.
But I think that we entered into the first competition in 1980.
Okay.
So from then on till now, we have won 20 championships.
Okay. So has Rams always been the sponsor?
Main sponsor.
Well, not quite. We had some community persons like I could recall the late Dr. Gosh, I can't remember his name. Claxton. Okay. Yeah, Claxton was one of our sponsors. He had a rose company at one point.
Okay.
And then you have community persons like the Gigi. Tapley, who lived down the street, who has been pitching. We had, at one point, we were wings hitters from the sponsor at Uncle T's.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So we have had a myriad of sponsors, but Rams has been the longest one who stayed with us.
Okay. And how proud are they that they would have gotten another win from you, gentlemen?
Extremely proud, because I think out of any organization who they sponsor a sporting organization, we have been more successful than most. Yeah.
Oh, congrats, gentlemen. Congrats indeed. Congrats. So please give us some insight for the preparation of the 2022 National Basketball Competition. What went into it, Tyrone and
Went
coach?
into the preparation, well, a lot of training session, a lot of running for sure. from our coach, Philly. He always instilled running and staying fit. And
Oh,
stuff
okay.
Like
Oh, I thought you meant he was running
staying,
behind you.
Well,
Okay.
when he participates, he's a player coach, so he participates within the practice, sometimes within the games if necessary. But we've been trying to stay fit, trying to stay within our foundational aspect of playing the game of basketball, the fundamentals, passing, moving, communication, and stuff like that. So those are strong points we've been working on and kept us consistent and brought us home the 20th championship. So we're trying to continue build on it for the remaining years coming, because we plan to win plenty more, not just 20.
I like that.
I really thought that we were interrupted a couple of times from winning our 20th championship by COVID. As a matter of fact, with the onset of COVID, for the last 2 years, before the league was shut down, we were, at one point, we were 9-0. On our way to the championship, and then the league was closed down. And then the year before, we were 7-0. And the league was basically shut down again because of COVID. And then we had I won't say truncated in a sense, but we had the season when we lost, they changed the format, and the team who won the most games won. There was no playoffs or anything like that, and we lost one game.
Oh, wow. Just like that.
And so they say, no, we won the championship because of the playoff format. Yeah. So
You had a playoff format.
Yeah.
Okay, so who has been your biggest competition in the basketball league? Which team?
Over the years?
I would answer it like this.
Okay.
Winning 20 championships is a blessing and a disguise, because you become the hunted at all times, because everyone's trying to take you off your pedestal.
Yeah.
And so you become the hunted. So in terms of having a main rivalry, every night we go there, we have a serious rivalry with whoever we play, because of the fact that we are the predominant team in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Ooh, la la. St. Kitts and Nevis.
Well, let me put it like this: not just St. Kitts and Nevis, but in the region, because we have won the
Congrats.
Leeward Islands Championship before. We have won the OECS Championship before. We have won several tournaments around the region, albeit Anguilla, BVI, Antigua, Montserrat. So we have been doing phenomenally well.
So with your winnings, what do you attribute your winnings to?
Well, there's a lot of dedication and hard work. Can't ask too much of the guys, although sometimes we have friction, of course, with any relationship. We have had frictions in terms of sometimes they think I'm running them too hard or what have you. But at the end of the season, they see why they work so hard, and because it's almost always fruitful at the end.
Good stuff. Now, captain, egos among fellas. No offense to the fellas, but we know how egos go. How do you manage to keep the fellas together when you're playing a game and maybe someone from the other team is heckling them, or they're not doing something and you're trying to curb them back in line? How does all of that evolve?
Well,
Where's the resolution?
I will speak on a recent situation in playoffs. So, like, I would basically, like, come to them and tell them, like, focus on the game at hand, because we're playing for now. Everybody has got an opinion at the end of the day, but yours is the only one that matters, because you're the one on the court doing the action, playing the game. So a lot of perspective from outside is easier to see rather than actually doing it and maintaining what you're trying to do. So I always try to encourage the players to shut out the outside, even if it's the fans alone. Because the fans, they'll be telling you things too as well, like, even though they're the back of you, but you might throw you off and make you lose focus. So you just always try to stay focused, try to stay calm, try to stay poised and composed in the heat of the situation, because all that matters. Because as they say, is the calmest one win the battle at all times.
Nice.
Because when you remain calm, you remain focused, you get to make the right decisions in the right timing and stuff like that. You ain't fluctuate and so just remain focused.
We're out of time for this segment, but don't go anywhere. We have a second segment with you, GMSKN Nation. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
For savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Gentlemen, during the break we were just speaking about mental health awareness. As we know, this is the month for mental health. So how do you help your players to coach with their mental health? I will start with coach first.
Well, with any mental health situation, one needs to speak out and talk to someone instead of having it bottled. And like I said in the timeout period, we have someone who is like a father figure to most of us, who is James. So even a player do not really speak to me about certain situations because of machoism or whatever, they will speak with him.
Okay.
He has been the glue of the organization from since its inception. I would say I don't think that there will be a hitters at this point in time if Barman wasn't there, because you have to understand that hitters is a community group, and there's not much people will lend their time like he has to bring community persons from the community together. And just let me add a bit. This organization has had so many persons who have played. We have had at least maybe 10 persons who have been off to university, albeit that they haven't returned because they have good jobs in the US.
Yes.
Some have kids, some got married.
Yeah.
But one of the major foundations that we stress on is education. Even for our present players, So it's almost like a system that we have to go through.
Nice.
So in terms of the mental aspect of it, if I'm not able to reach a player, then they can go to him.
Okay.
And even so, after every practice, we sit around and we talk and we try to get all that whatever out.
Nice. And Tyrone, what would you say?
Well, from a player perspective, I would say in terms of mental health, for me, I would say, as Go said, we have a great foundation in terms of like people with great lifestyles who been to the club, come up with great lifestyle, well educated, well experienced. So when it comes to like mental health and breakdown and tough situation and stuff like that, we have a lot of experience, mature people we can speak with, we can go by if one doesn't, supply the necessary help that they need. And it's always good to like hear out your views, and that's what we do best. We more like a family, so other than basketball, we drink together, we learn together, we eat together. So that's when you see the little socialization coming out and ease of speaking with each other and stuff like that. Because when you ain't able to trust somebody and you won't be able to express bad situations or tough situations with them to get some sort of response or support or stuff like that. So we have a great foundation, I would say, as go speak on it. We have a great foundation. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have all kind of different strong suits. We could go by and have a little chat. It might not just be basketball, it might be family-wise, it might be life-wise, it might be work-wise. So we have a lot of experienced minds around in the club and in the community to get different support from in terms of mental health.
Okay.
So it's always good to just express yourself and don't keep it bottled in, as we said before.
It makes sense, yes. Just break the stigma, just speak about it. So I want to know, how long have you been the captain of the Hitters?
I've been the captain for a good while. We've been playing out there, because I was the captain for the junior team as well too, right? So the number is to add the kind of I've been playing.
We're not middle age yet.
But I was just been focusing on championships. So I wasn't studying on the years. So, but I've been captain for maybe 10 years. I would say 10 years. Let's go with 10.
And this is 10. With the senior team.
I would say both. Let me keep it with both. Both senior and junior.
And junior.
So I moved from the junior team to the senior team, and that's, as I said, we have a good foundation because I started out in the junior aspect, playing amongst and watching the elder guys and getting different teachings and stuff from them. So I elevated and,
good.
And not just basketball, as I said before.
Yes.
Lifestyle, work, education, experiences, and a little support for words of advice, which is always keen and important, and encouragement and stuff like that. And you might not just be on the court, they might see you on the road, they might see you might go to you're the player, so we're all over. So the support and the strong suit is all over. So, I mean, that's why we so, well, I guess we're flaunting so good, and probably, that's what build a great organization, a good foundation, good support system. Yeah. So that's what I think that's what we have best.
Good stuff. And Mr. Phillip, how long have you been the coach?
Maybe 5 years. Approximately 5 years.
Okay.
What player?
I still dabble a bit in the playing.
Oh, nice.
Just in case.
So, do they have games geared to past players? Do you?
No, I play with Tyrone and those guys.
Oh, Tyrone, you get the legs.
But if needs be.
Okay.
Like, for example, if we short-handed in any way, then I'll step up until that injured player, depends on the position, comes back.
Nice.
Yeah. But I would just like to say one thing towards the support base. We have had a lot of persons who have passed through our organization, like former Attorney General Jason Hamilton. He played for Hitters. Honorable John L. Powell, he played for Hitters. We have had support from the now parliamentary representative, Honorable Marshall Henderson. Marcel Leibel is almost like a staple of the organization. And so we have had, and plus our past players like Sabo and Matty and all those guys, when it comes to championships and around championships, you see all of them come out to support.
Nice.
And not just at the game, but support with their words of advice, etc.
Good stuff. What was the lows for the team this season? Because we know the high, you guys are the champions. So what was the low for this season?
Losing to Birdwalk twice.
Oh, so that means you guys had to go back to the table and look at your
well, the thing about it, the way we were losing, during the course of a season, you have natural highs and you have natural lows. And I think that we had become complacent.
Because you were winning consistently?
We were winning consistently. Okay. And we had a bit of injury also. And we lost to them twice in the regular season. But of course, we won when it comes.
Plenty of champion.
Yeah.
Indeed. So how can persons join the hitter groups? Say I know I can't juggle well, but how can someone join the hitter basketball group if they were interested?
Well, we don't refuse anybody at all. Yeah, no. That's why I know the motto to be. We don't turn back anybody. So anybody interested could always come through and, find their role, express themselves and express what they're good at, what they're not good at, what position they're willing to play, what they're willing to do for the team. It might not just be playing, might be maybe you come to support outside or perform maybe some words of advice. Any support. Yeah, we accept everything. We don't.
But let's say they wanted to play. What's the age that you will accept them into your senior team, and what is the criteria?
I think the senior team doesn't really have like an age group limit, but I think it's normally over 13 and over, because you have to be able to be eligible for the junior team, junior league.
So you have to play junior before
you have to be eligible to play. You don't have to play, but you have to be over a certain age limit to play junior league. So once you pass the threshold, you can play both junior and senior. Probably at the same time too, but that's what I did too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so anybody come.
I'm saying that I would like to publicly acknowledge 2 guys. Well, the entire team. Well, 3 guys.
Yes.
No, 5 guys.
Everybody.
It's going on.
It's really going on. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Lomax and Tazi.
Okay.
They played for Sandy Point previously.
Okay.
And they have joined our organization, and they have been a tremendous help.
Okay.
And then we have a couple of players who are a little older, like Shaba and Buzz and someone else. Oh, Mac 11.
Okay.
Those guys came in like late in the league. We called them because, like I said before, we had some injuries, and they came in and they did a tremendous job in helping us to achieve our championship. So I'd like to publicly acknowledge and thank them. I'm not certain if their knees could hold up for an entire season, but definitely for a playoff they can.
Yeah. So these guys that you just mentioned, they were in the playoffs?
Yeah, they were in the playoffs, and not necessarily in the regular season.
Okay.
But if you know James registered everyone, even if you're 60 years old, you still be registered back. Just in case.
Okay. Just in case came through.
Yeah, just in case came through, yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Well, gentlemen, it was indeed a pleasure speaking to you. I know this may not be our last conversation. This is Tyrone's second, so we're looking forward to many more. Thank you for coming in and enlightening us. And once again, congratulations on your 20th champion.
Thank you.
How should I say? Win many more?
Yeah. Well, that's the goal. From this championship was completed.
Yes.
Our next goal is to win the next champion.
Ready for the 21st.
Yeah.
You go, guys. GMSKN Nation, stay tuned. Much more after this short break.
Good afternoon. And to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit today?
Good afternoon. After finding a lump, I visited the health center to see a nurse, and she found a lump as well. Doc, do you think this is the big C? I shouldn't have cancer. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Nobody in my family has ever had cancer.
Slow down, not so fast. Not every lump of the breast is cancerous. The breast goes through a number of changes. It can be a piece of fatty tissue or some other non-cancerous lump of the breast. Either way, I'll have to examine you first to make sure.
Okay. I did not know I was supposed to examine my breast myself.
Yes, the self-breast examination is very revealing. It is the first step in diagnosis.
It is important to self-examine your breasts once monthly after you've had your period. That way, you would know how your normal healthy breasts feel and be able to detect any changes early. If any abnormality is detected, there are more defining tests such as the ultrasound and/or mammogram.
Mammogram? No, I've heard that mammogram thing hurts badly.
I'm sure that most of what you've heard about the mammograms are exaggerated encounters. Here's the referral. Take it to the facility. Before the exam begins, you will have to fill out a short pre-test questionnaire. Let the doctor know if there's a possibility of pregnancy. Leave jewelry at home and wear loose, comfortable clothing. Don't wear deodorant, talcum powder, or lotion under your arms or on your breasts, as these may appear on the mammogram and interfere with correct diagnosis. During the exam, each breast is compressed horizontally between two plates for imaging and then diagonally for further imaging as needed. So how was the experience?
It's not what I expected. My teenage sister found a lump in her breast. Should she get a mammogram too?
All lumps of the breast and changes should be investigated. A mammogram is recommended once a year for every woman aged 40 and over, even younger if there's a family history.
Oh, gee. Women have to endure a lot.
Men have to check their breasts too.
Yeah?
Yes, some men do get breast cancer too. So remember, get checked today. Early detection saves lives.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. On Monday, we spoke to Dr. Marissa Grant-Tate, an oncologist who gave us insight in the importance of early detection for breast cancer. Prevention is always better than cure. And today we have a video clip explaining how to examine your breasts for any lumps or potential signs of breast cancer. Let's take a look together.
The breast self-exam is done in two main parts: the visual examination, where you're looking at your breasts, and the manual part, where you're using your hands to feel for any changes. So let's start with the visual examination. In this step, while standing or sitting in front of a mirror without a shirt and bra, facing forward, you would look at both breasts with arms at your side and hands on your hip, and note any differences. For some women, it's normal for one breast to be slightly larger than the other, and each woman may have different appearances. So know your uniqueness and know what's normal for you. Look for any changes in size, shape, symmetry. Look for dimpling or puckering, that is, irregular folds or wrinkles. Look at the nipples and note if any inversions. Normal breasts are evenly shaped without distortion or swelling. To examine further, you bend forward with your hands on your hip and look again for any changes. Are there any differences between the right and left breast? For example, does one breast look unusually larger than the other? Is there any redness, localized swelling or dimpling? Any rashes? Note where on the breast these changes are, if any. Next step is to raise your hands above your head, press your palms together, and again check for any changes in appearance. Turn to your left and to your right and look to see if there are any changes on the left side of the breast and on the right side of the breast and under the arms. Also, lift your breasts to look at the ridges at the bottom of each breast for symmetry. The second aspect of the breast self-exam is to examine the breasts with your hands to feel for changes. For this part, you can lie down or stand in the shower. Lying down helps to spread out the breast tissue and makes it easier to feel, while in the shower, when lathered with soap, the fingers slide smoothly over your skin. If lying down, you can put a pillow under your head and upper back for support. You then raise your hand above your head and use the opposite hand to examine the breast on the side of the raised arm. To examine the breast with your hands, you will use the pad or the flat part of your 3 middle fingers, that is your index, middle, and ring fingers. Do not use the tips. With the 3 fingers held together, you press gently, then firmly with a circular motion. At this point, you can think of the breast as a pie or clock and examine each section in a circular motion, starting at the midpoint of the collarbone and in a circular pattern from the outer segment to the inner segment of the breast. Try not to lift your fingers completely off the breast while examining, so as not to miss any sections. When you get to the areola or darker part of the breast, try to press under the nipple to feel the tissue under the nipple. To complete the breast exam, press the nipple between the thumb and index finger and look for any discharge or bleeding. The next step is to examine the axillary area or underarm. With your arms still raised, feel in the armpits for any lymph nodes or swelling. You can also feel deeper in your axilla while lowering your arms. If you notice any of the following, such as a change in look or feel, or if you notice thickening or fullness, or a change in size, shape, or symmetry, or you discover a new hard lump or bump in one breast or armpit that's different from the same area on the other side, or if you find dimples, wrinkles, bulges, redness, warmth, swelling, or pain, itching, scales, sores, or rashes, or there's a change in nipple position, that is, if it's pointing differently or pulled in or becomes inverted, or you find a bloody nipple discharge or any discharge, please do not hesitate. See and report these changes to your doctor immediately. Remember, not all changes picked up in the breast self-exam indicate breast cancer, but it is important to follow up with your doctor to discuss any unusual findings. If you have difficulty to perform these steps, such as difficulty seeing, difficulty moving your arms, or other challenges, a trusted relative or friend can help, or your doctor can suggest a technique appropriate for you. So there we had the breast self-exam. Please remember that the breast self-exam does not substitute for the clinical exam done by your doctor or screening with a mammogram, but it complements these recommended screening methods. Your doctor will discuss your risk for breast cancer with you and will give you specific recommendations for care. So once again, practice doing the breast self-exam. So if anything abnormal appears, you can report it early and get timely care. Early detection saves lives. If you need more information, please visit the Health Promotion Unit or your nearest health center or your doctor. Thank you for viewing.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, When Uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children. Settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami I come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
SKN。
And this is the part where we let you know what is happening, and it's Cinema Week. Celebrate Cinema Week at the St. Kitts Caribbean Cinema with their daily promotions leading up to the 13th of October. The promotions are as follows. Wednesday the 12th of October, free regular nachos with the purchase of an extra large soda. Thursday the 13th of October, free small popcorn with the purchase of a hot dog combo. So you gotta go and enjoy Cinema Week. We only have today and tomorrow, so go out and enjoy. There is a stamp design competition, so parents, get your kids in on this, teenagers, get in on this, get your name forever etched in history. So the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, is pleased to announce a stamp design competition to commemorate its Ruby, that's its 40th anniversary. That's next year. The stamp design competition is open to residents in the ECCB member countries. Entries will be judged in 3 age categories. So children 5 to 11, 12 to 17, adolescent, teenage years, and 18 and over. Entrants may choose to depict an individual or a group of people, as well as any major achievement or development they consider to be instrumental to the legacy of the ECCB. Interested candidates should submit their entries to the ECCB's 40th Anniversary Planning Committee via the email address EFAPC, that's EFAP, not sure, so I'm going to say it again, EFAPC@ECCBcentralbank.org with the subject line 40th Anniversary Stamp Design Competition. The submission deadline for all entries is this October 25th, 2022. Yes. So questions regarding the 40th Anniversary Stamp Design Competition should be sent via email message by October the 18th, 2022. So come on, be in on it, get in on it, get your name forever etched in history when it comes to the Central Bank 40th anniversary next year. We want to say thank you for joining us today on our 199 episode. So be sure to join us tomorrow as we celebrate 200. Yes, our 200th episode here on Good Morning SKN. We will have lots of giveaways, so you have to tune in. If you don't tune in, then you'll miss out, so tune in. You do not want to miss our giveaways. The fun we'll have tomorrow, the looking back, we will have a little time machine, yes, you don't want to miss that. We're going to have a lot of games. And then on Friday, we will be having Caribbean Connections here at Good Morning SKN, where we will connect with the islands of Barbados and Antigua. So you have to stay tuned. You have to join. You must subscribe. You have to do all these things. We would like to say a special thank you to the businesses that are participating with us tomorrow for our 200 episodes. Ritual Coffees, Ritual Sushi, Pizza Boy, Rock Lobster, Sun Island Clothing, Tap Water, Michael Burgers, and the Poinciana Restaurant. So thank you so much for assisting us with our 200th episode and the prizes to be won. So folks, once again, you have to tune in tomorrow, Thursday. So remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube at Studio 327 INC and Instagram at Good Morning SKN. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. 1,000 followers, guys, 1,000. We are working towards it. And my favorite part of the show, leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's Whiskermas Wednesday show. Once again, Jamie wasn't able to be here today. We wish him all the best and a speedy recovery so he can be present for 200. And this is where I say, see you tomorrow, Thursday at 8 a.m. on our 200th episode, when you shall, you must, you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Thanks for watching as usual, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.